Mrs. Thompson is having trouble with her riffs and that totally wuss bass line, while Mrs. Smith is pumping out some blistering, head-banging noise. Listen. She actually sounds like a heavy metal god. Introducing Jaminator, hard rock made easy.
As you've probably guessed, today we are going to be talking about toy guitars. I did an earlier Unusual Instruments episode on the toy piano, and as a guitar player myself, I thought it would only be fair to showcase some of the many toy guitar instruments that I've accumulated or have been given to me over the years. Let's jump into it. So the first toy guitar I'd like to show you is actually my favorite one. This is a Gibson Tiger, I believe, or it says Tiger on the what would be the pickup. And so what you'll notice about this guitar is that it doesn't have any strings. It's totally motion, I guess, optical operated, because you just run your thumb across it and see the lights light up. One of the coolest things about this guitar is it has this auto palm mute. Isn't that amazing? So you can and then if you just move it, it's got like a gyroscope thing in it or something, I don't know. So it acts as a whammy bar. And then you can actually do like finger tapping too. But I have used this thing on one song for a kids band called the Jolly Pops. Check it out. When I first heard this song called Scooter, it reminded me a little bit of Wild Thing by Tone Loc. And I don't know, just felt right to play that Gibson toy guitar. Sounds like that. Here it comes again. And here it is in the track. Wild Thing. Next up we have the Tyco Hot Licks guitar, Hotlixx, which can only mean that it was made in the late 1980s. I was really sad today when I put some batteries in this thing and tried to power it up, and it's just no longer working. Gave up the ghost. But I was doing a little bit of searching around on the internet for it, and I came across this old commercial for it on YouTube. Check it out.
Hey, let me try. As easy as pushing buttons, mix them and match them to create your own music. Change the speed, switch the tone, even bend notes on the whammy bar. Never took a lesson. Sound like a rock star in a minute. The Hotlixx computerized guitar, batteries not included.
Next up we have the I Can Play Guitar by Mattel. The curious thing about this thing is it actually has this cartridge that you can switch out for other cartridges. This is Guitar Favorites, and it not only will change what sounds are coming out of the instrument, but you can actually plug this thing into your television right here, and it'll teach you through your television set, like a game, like Guitar Hero or something, how to play the guitar. And you can see that there's actual buttons on here that correspond to the actual notes of a guitar. But it's really hard to play. Like, shouldn't a toy be making an instrument easier to play, not harder? A lot of these small and toy guitars were given to me by friends who just didn't have a use for them, including this one. This is a kind of a cheap company called First Act. And this has a built-in speaker, but it also has a headphone out, which means you could plug it into a guitar amp if you wanted to. The action is so terribly high on this thing that the only time I've ever used it, I use it for a slide. Next up, very much not a toy. This is a Mosrite mini guitar, and this is a legitimate instrument. It's got a legit old school Mosrite pickup in it. Most guitars, the lowest string is a low E, tuned E to E. This thing starts on an A, and so it'd be like capoing your guitar at capo 5 and then playing everything from there. Mosrite made popular by the Ventures, a 1950s rock and roll band, like a surf band. Great instrument. Probably the strangest looking of all of my toy guitar instruments is this other crazy thing that was given to me by a friend. This is called the Pokalele. I don't even know. It's just kind of a goofy, kind of a gag instrument. It looks like something that a shepherd would play out in the fields because it's got that big, huge thing on it. And then, without a doubt, my favorite and newest acquisition to my toy guitar collection. Also kind of not a toy because these are really increasing in value. This is the Casio DG1. This was the first iteration of their digital guitar. They made a DG10 and a DG20, which I would love to get someday. But this thing, you just play like a regular guitar. And it plays great, and it sounds great. It's got all these different sounds on it. I'm working on a project for an artist named Matt Hanna, who you should check out. And strangely enough, he has a song called Real Guitars on this album. And I thought it'd be interesting to play a fake guitar on one of the other songs. So I'm going to attempt to do that. All right, so I came up with this little part for this Matt Hanna song, and I'm playing it on the Casio DG1 with this kind of bell sound. It's pretty cool, running it through some effects, of course. So let's just try recording it. They thought they knew me, but they don't. They thought they knew me, but they don't. I just wanted to thank you again for checking out Unusual Instruments. I will be back again, hopefully soon, with yet another. Take care.